Good morning and welcome to Strengths and Balance. My name is Hannah. I am a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services and I have a class for you today. We're going to use a timer as we run through our full body strength routine. We have 8 exercises to perform and we'll do each one 3 times for 25 seconds each time. We'll take breaks where we can take deep breaths, drink some water. We're going to use weights for the exercises. I'm going to use a 3-pound set of dumbbells. You can choose whatever set you like the best. When we've finished that, another word about those strength exercises, we won't be on the floor for any, we'll be standing. I'm going to use a wall for one. I need an incline, so make sure you're close to something you can use for an incline. A wall is ideal. We'll move on to some balance work then. And again, I like to use the wall for support. You can use you can use a chair, table, counter, back of the sofa, whatever it might be, to support you, but you'll need some kind of support for the balance part of the class. As always, we'll take lots of breaks. So let's stand up and we'll warm up and then we'll get right to it. So standing up nice and tall, and we're going to march on the spot to begin with. Lifting those feet right up, moving those arms forwards and backwards. Standing up tall, shoulders relaxed. Let's take a nice deep breath, big inhale. And exhale, lower down. Good, reach those arms up. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and out. And again, reach those hands up. Slowly lower down. Good. Let's pull those shoulders up towards the ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders and lower. Shoulders up and down. Lift and lower. And again, pull those shoulders up and down. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. Good, and let's roll our shoulders forwards. Let's take both hands. We're going to push those hands away from our chest, pull those hands back, push up and pull down. Good. Push those hands away, pull back, up and down. Push forwards and back, up and down, forwards and back, up and down, and once more, forwards and back. Push up and down, and relax those arms. Let's tap our toes forwards. And out to the side. Good, let's dig those heels forwards. And heels to the side. Good, we're going to take one foot, tap your toe and your heel, toe and heel, toe and heel, toe and heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Let's switch to the other side, tap your toe and your heel, toe and heel, toe and heel, toe, heel. Couple more. Good, let's stand with those feet hip width apart. We're going to circle our hips nice and slowly. And let's go back in the other direction. Good. Let's tap our toes. Bring those feet together. Tap your toes. We're going to wiggle our fingers. Let's tap our heels and tap our fingers to our thumb. Good. We're going to tap both feet. Circle your wrists. Good. And tap your heels. Circle those wrists the other way. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath. Big inhale. Reach those hands up. Exhale. Lower down slowly. Good. We're going to begin. We're going to start with a squat. We won't need a weight for this one. We're going to squat down and we're going to pause and we're going to hold that squat for, I don't know, about between 5 and 8 seconds, I think, is what I will try for. You hold for as long as you can. And we'll repeat that a couple of times for the 25 seconds. So let's start that timer. Standing up nice and tall, feet hip width apart. Let's do a little squat here, down and then back up. And here we go. We're going to sink into that squat and we're just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's come up and let's sink down into that squat and hold for 8, 7. Oh, something needs to be let into the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back up. Good. Now, the lower you get your bum towards the floor, the more you bend your knees, the more challenging this will be. So let's keep that in mind. Here we go. We're going to do that again. Sink into that squat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands up. And let's hold and sink into that squat again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and up. Good. We'll do that one more time. We're going to go down and then up straight away to begin with before we sink back into the squat and hold. So let's do that. Squat and up and then down, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up. Sink down into that squat and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And up. Good. Okay. 40 seconds and then we'll move on. We're going to grab our weights next. And we'll have a weight in each hand. We'll do a bicep curl, but we're switching up the position of our hands. So usually we'd have our palms facing out. You're going to keep your palms facing in to the side of your body. And this is a hammer curl. So we're going to pick up one hand, lower down, and then the other. Good. We have a few seconds here to go. Feet hip width apart, knees nice and soft. Let's hammer curl. One hand, then the other. 1 and 2. Good. Chest tall, shoulders relaxed. Nice and slow as you lower that hand. 10 seconds here. Good, let's do the same thing again. One hand, and then the other, lowering down, nice and slowly. Let's move both hands at the same time. Good, 3 seconds. Great, 10 seconds left. Let's go again. Good, let's do both hands at the same time. 3 more like this. Last one. And then one hand at a time. Good. 40 seconds. And pop the weights down. We will switch to something that's more core focused this time. We're going to stand again, hip width apart, arms out to the side, and then bend at the elbows so your hands are in towards your chest here. We're going to take one knee and bring it towards your elbow. So we're doing like a standing up crunch here. You can link your fingers. So elbow to knee. Breathing out as you lift that knee. We have that rotation happening too. Good, 10 seconds. And let's switch. Let's switch. Let's do it again. Good. Elbow to knee. Breathing out. They don't have to touch, of course. Just need to come towards each other. Good. 10 seconds. We'll do that one more time. Here we go. You don't want to rush this. Good, a couple more. 2 seconds. Good. And 40. Take a break. We can pick the weights up again. This is a lower body and an upper body combination. I'm going to stand with my feet hip width apart and my knees soft. I'm going to hinge forward, hinge at the hip, lower down into this deadlift. I'm going to come halfway up and then I'm going to row. One arm and then the other. Good. And then I'm going to lower and up. Oh, so halfway down. So we'll do the deadlift, the hip hinge. We'll lower those weights. Come halfway up, row. One hand, then the other. Then lower, hinge at the hip, halfway up, row. And keep going this way. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you come up. Good. 2 seconds. Good, we can pause there. A little bit tricky to get all the elements together. Let's try again. Knees soft. We're going to hinge at the hip. Lower down, halfway up. So we're still in that incline. Row back one hand, then the other. And then hinge and up. Row. And row. Hinge at the hip. Halfway up. Row. Row. Good. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you stand. 10 seconds here. We'll do that one more time. Good. Halfway up. Row. Row. Slowly lower down. Halfway. 1 and 2. Good. Nice and slowly. Excellent. 40 seconds. Good. upper body again next, and we will use both of those weights. We're going to pick up our weights, hold them in this goalpost position. Sorry, no, we're going to bring them in so that we can start in that goalpost, then bring those elbows in. So you're holding at 45 degrees. One hand at a time pushes up to the ceiling, and then the other lowers down. Oh, you push up and then you lower down, and then you do the other side. So lift those hands so they're resting close to your shoulders. One hand straight up, and then lower. Good. I did a really bad job of explaining that one. Good. Breathing out as you push up. Good. 10 seconds here. Relax those arms for a minute. Good. Lift those weights in one hand, the other. Breathing out as you push up. Breathing in as you lower. Good. Relax for a moment, and then we'll do one more round. Here we go. Breathing out as you push that weight up. Good. 40 seconds, weights down. Okay, we're going to use the wall for the next exercise. We need it for an incline. So we're going to stand against the wall, arms straight out in front of you, hands against the wall. Let's take a step back so your feet are further away than your head. And then we're going to take one knee at a time, and you're going to drive up towards your chest. So we're working now, so let's keep that going. Looking at a spot in between your hands, looking straight ahead of you. Nice deep breaths. Good. Pause here for 10 seconds. I'm just going to stay in this inclined position. We want to be focused on a spot in between our hands, not at the floor or at the ceiling. Nice straight line. Driving those knees up nice and high. Good, nice deep breaths. Couple more. Good, 10 seconds here. We'll do that one more time. Deep breaths. Drive those knees up nice and high. Think about having that nice flat back. Good, and up. Always find that tiring. Okay, good. We have a couple more to do. Two more. We're going to sink into a squat, and we're going to take little side steps. Let's tilt my camera a bit. I'll just go as far as my mat will allow me, and you can obviously use as much space as you have here. So standing up nice and tall, we want to think about having the weight in our heels, our shoulders relaxed. Let's sink into that squat. Doesn't have to be a very low squat. And we're going to take little side steps. One side of your space to the other. I want to keep that chest nice and full. So no looking down at the floor, being hunched over. We're looking up and ahead. Good. 10 seconds. Then let's repeat that twice more. Good. Into that squat. Good. Chest tall. Deep breaths. Less than 10 seconds. Good. And pause. And we'll do that one more time. And then we'll have one more exercise. Good. Here we go. Chest tall, shoulders relaxed. Looking up and ahead. Nice deep breaths. Good. 40 seconds. All right, excellent. Let's grab the one weight. We're going to finish with a wood chop. I'm going to hold this dumbbell at the big ends. My knees are soft, hinging forward at the hip. Bringing that hand down towards my right ankle. Only going this far. I don't have to be all the way on the floor. I'm going to lift that weight across my body over to the left and then down and a hinge to the right. Here we go. 25 seconds. Breathing out as you lift that weight up. Good. Breathing out as you lift up, trying to take a nice big inhale as you come down. Good. 10 seconds, and let's try the other side. So I hinge at the hip, bring that hand, that weight over towards my left ankle, and then I'm going to come across to my right. Breathing out as I lift up. Breathing in as I lower. Good. 10 seconds. We'll alternate sides this time. So starting over at the right. Here we go. Coming up. And then just back to center. And we'll come down to the left. And up. And back to center. And switch again. Good. I don't think we have time for another full one. So I'll pause. And want to just do one on one side. All right, good. Have a drink if you want to here. And then we will move on to balance. Just need to blow my nose here. Okay. Let's stand where we're close enough to some kind of support furniture. I have the wall right here. I'm going to stand with my feet, one in front of the others, kind of tandem position. Let's have our feet relaxed, knees are soft, standing up tall, and let the weight be even between your feet. Good. Let's take one hand to the ceiling, and then the other hand Bring those arms out to the side. We're going to aeroplane, so one hand up, one hand down. We're going to reach one hand forward, one hand backwards. We'll do that the other way. Oh, balance is hard today. Back to center. Let's relax those arms. Make you switch your feet around. Good. Feet one in front of the other. Knees soft. Weight even between both feet. Let's roll our weight from front to the back of our feet. Good. So shifting that weight forwards and backwards just a little bit. Good. And we can shift our weight from side to side. So from one side of your feet to the other. Good. And relax there. We're going to stand on one foot. We're going to stand on my left, tap that right heel forwards, standing up tall. Let's look forwards and find something to look at that isn't moving. Find a spot in front of you to focus your eyes. And let's lift that heel up off the floor, just a small distance. Going to reach one hand forwards, and we're going to hold here. Take nice deep breaths. Good. If you can take that second hand forwards and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hands down. Let's switch to the other side. I'm going to stand on my right leg, and I'm going to tap that left heel forwards. Find something that isn't moving. Focus your eyes there. And let's lift that heel up off the floor. Good. Take one hand forwards. And let's take that second hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Found that tricky. Let's stand on one leg a little bit here. I'm going to stand on my right leg, and I'm going to lift my left knee forward. So my foot doesn't have to be too high off the ground, but I'm going to circle this knee. So draw circles in the air using my knee. Good. And you can move in both directions. The bigger the circle, the more difficult it is to keep your balance here. Good, let's place that foot down. Let's switch to the other side. So you stand on the left foot and let's raise the right. Knee up off the floor. Left foot nice and relaxed. And let's circle this ankle. Sorry, it's my knee, circling my knee. Good, and in the other direction too. Making that circle a little bit bigger if you can. Good, and relax that foot. Great. A couple more to do. We're going to start with your feet hip width apart. My right leg is going to be the leg that bears the weight to start with. So I'll step that left foot back just a little bit. I want my right foot to be relaxed and my knee to be soft. What I'm going to do is hinge forward at the hip and lift my left foot up off the floor and then come back to stand. There's no right or wrong with how high we lift that left foot. The higher you lift, the more challenging it will be. Have hands on support as much as you need to. I'm trying to do it without, but I might need to grab hold of something. So hinging forward at the hip. Think about keeping that back flat, that chest tall. So I'm not hunching and looking down at the ground. I'm looking forwards all of the time. As I hinge forward, I lift my left foot. My knee is really soft, but bend in that knee. I'm going to do one more. Good, and then I'm going to switch my weight onto my left foot. My knee is soft. Hinge forward, lift that back foot, and slowly up to stand. Good. Inhale, so you come forwards. Exhale, whoop, as you stand up. Usually my left leg is the easier one to stand on. That seems to be a little difficult on this side. I'm going to do one more here. Good. Excellent. One more to do. Let's stand with our feet close to each other and we'll pretend we're in the center of a clock face. I'm going to tap my toe to 12 and then to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, 10, 11 and 12. And now let's call out some numbers and put our feet in the right spots. Let's start with 9 and then 6 and 5 and 1 and then 8 and 7, 2 and 10 and 1, 10 and 8 and 4 and 12, 11, 7, 3, 9, 2, 6 and 6 of the other foot. Good, and you can pause there. Excellent. Let's have a stretch and then we're ready to finish. We'll take one arm across your body. Hold that arm here. Stretch through your shoulder, through your upper arm. Nice deep breaths. Let's switch to the other side. Good, relax that arm. We're going to take one hand up to the ceiling, bend the other hand behind your back. Let's take that other hand and see if those fingers can meet each other. Good, and let's relax those arms. We'll switch to the other side. Hand to the ceiling behind your back. And the other hand reaches up. Good. Relax those arms. Excellent. Give those arms a shake. We're going to have a seat. And my cat was on the chair. Let's have a seat here. Sitting forward, let's reach one leg forward, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling. Let's hinge at the hip. If it feels good, you can reach for that toe. Sit up and switch to the other side. Heel to the floor, toe to the ceiling. Hinge forward. If it feels good, reach for that toe. Good, and let's sit up. We're going to sit right back in our chair. Pull one knee in towards your chest, and let's circle this ankle. You can move in the other direction. Good, let's relax that foot, switch to the other side. Pull that knee in, circle your ankle. Good, and the other way. Good, place that foot on the floor. Let's come up to feet. We're going to reach our hands behind us. Reach for the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze and a pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks, Hannah.
You are welcome. See you soon.